plenty of challenges in any agricultural industry. And the fact that the last probably 3 or 4 years, cattle prices have never been higher, interest rates have never been lower, and seasonal conditions in a lot of Queensland have been very good. There's areas that are still droughted, but by and large been quite good. That's what I call the beef industry trifecta. But there's still problems out there. So costs are rising now dramatically. So cost of production is a big issue, albeit supported by high cattle prices. Land degradation continues to be a big problem. So the degradation of pastures, in other words, highly productive pastures becoming less productive pastures. The invasion by woody weeds and feral animals. Riparian management, not as good as what it should be, so you get degraded streams and a reduction in water quality. They're probably the big ones. There's also plenty of opportunities out there, so things like sown pastures, the option to wet season spell country to allow recovery. But the biggest win is to be gained by adjusting stocking rates and getting stocking rates in accordance with the capability of the land in that season. We call that forage budgeting, but whatever name you give it doesn't matter. It's about matching stocking rates to the carrying capacity of the land in that current season. That's the big one. There's a lot of effort goes into manipulating other things that are not that important, and particularly grazing systems. A lot of interest in intensive grazing systems. You may get some benefits from changing grazing systems, but the big gains are to be made from those fundamentals, primarily adjusting stocking rates. When it comes to adoption of extension recommendations, there's a lot of providers out there, both private and public, such as myself. It's really important that landholders are quite critical in a constructive way of what information is being put in front of them. There's a lot of information overload, but more importantly, there's a certain amount of information that's promoted to industry that is not science-based. At worst case, it can be cost neutral, but in some instances it can be quite costly to implement some of these things with fairly limited benefit. So it's crucial that people are very critical of what's being promoted to them, that they do look at the science, they talk to experienced researchers and extension professionals that are science-based and base their change of practices on that.